What's going on, guys? It's Beatums, and today I am reacting to what is AFL Aussie Rules Explained. So, when I initially started out with cricket, I had a plan of doing cricket, rugby, and Aussie Rules football. Now that I've done this, I'm going to need a lot more help on coming up with other sports and other things to react to. So, I know a lot of you want to give me stuff based on just the sport that is featured in the video, and that clearly makes sense because that's what you're here for. But if you guys have any other interesting things that you think I would enjoy, feel free to share those as well, because quite frankly, I can't do it without you guys. You guys are the ones that are watching, so I want to put out content that you guys want to see. With that out of the way, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this intro. Links will be down below. If you're watching this right around the time it goes live, I will be live on Twitch as well, playing some games over there. So if you want to come hang out, link will also be in the description. And let's jump right into it.
It's got running.
Now they're starting to run.
It's got kicking.
The crowd willing him on. Still shortly. Boy, might send it anyway. He has.
It's got bone-on-bone hits without pads.
The
No,
sport
it's
looks
not
insane.
rugby. It's Australian football, although you might hear it called Aussie rules or even footy. This is Australia's biggest sport and is now played professionally by 18 teams in the AFL. It has the fourth highest average
18?
attendance
That's a
of
lot,
any
actually.
domestic sports league in the world. These are some serious fans. What do you say we talk basics? Aussie rules is played on a football field, probably bigger than any.
Wait. It's that big?
Basics. Aussie rules is played on a football field, probably bigger.
That's an NFL field compared to it. Okay. So that's got to be... It's almost double the size, close to 200 yards. Well, actually, it's from here to here is 120 yards. From here to here is 100 yards. This is 10 yards. So, yeah, that's... I mean, if you slide that over, probably looking at close to 200 yards, yeah. That's insane. That's really insane. That's huge. And it's that, like, oblong shape. Interesting. Okay.
Bigger than any you've ever seen, with an egg-shaped ball that takes some crazy bounces.
Whoa.
Each team
Whoa.
with an egg-shaped ball that takes some crazy
That's
bounces.
cool.
Each team consists of 18 players on the field and 4 on the bench.
Okay.
Tremendous athletes, these players are basketball-sized with the hands and foot speed of an NFL wide receiver.
I do know that one of the players that's been really good is actually an American. He's like one of the only Americans that plays in the AFL, and this is the only reason I even knew the AFL existed before I started this adventure. There's a former NFL player, Pat McAfee. He has his own sports show where he mostly just talks football, like American football. But he had that guy on his show, and they were actually talking about Australian rules football, and actually that specific moment is when I realized I wanted to do these series, was when I was like, wait, Australian rules football? There's a lot of sports out there I probably don't know. So I do know a little about the sport, but very, very little. And I can't even remember that guy's name.
And
So actually, if you guys know who I'm talking about, let me know down below.
stamina greater than a soccer player.
This is interesting. It's a main event.
So do they have to dribble? Well, I'm going to find
The
that
game
out, I
starts
guess.
with a center bounce, a bit like a basketball jump ball. The basic object of the game, like American football, is to move the ball down the field and score.
Wants to go all the way from 45. Collier gets it back within a goal.
You can move the ball 3 ways. Running, but you have to bounce it every 16 yards.
Oh. So it's a distance
Using your
thing.
fist to hit it forward. This is called a handball, another skill unique to Aussie rules.
Okay.
Nice running. Ellis was involved as well. Cross time started it all and drills it home.
You know, actually, when I was in high school, My gym teacher had this game that he said he made up, and now I'm just realizing he just stole Australian rules football. Because basically what it was, instead of being, a weird shaped ball like that, it was just like a regular like dodgeball or whatever. And we were allowed to take 3 steps and then we had to pass it, and the way we passed it was hitting it just like they are. And instead of having like the goalpost, there was like a bowling pin that he would put on the ground, and there would be like a goalkeeper and you could hit it from anywhere around the pin. It was actually a really fun game, but seeing them pass the ball back and forth to each other just brought me back to high school playing that game. That's just weird. Okay, anyways.
And of course, the most common way is kicking it.
And what's full forward. Oh, terrific.
Like a quarterback using feet instead of hands, these guys can hit a teammate on the run at 50 yards.
Damn.
If the kick is a little high, a player may have to jump and make a spectacular catch. This is called a mark.
Look at He took his armchair with him and set it on top.
That's insane. So they must have a lot of injuries then, because I mean you could break your neck doing that. That's crazy.
And believe it or not, you can use the opponent as a springboard for jumping. If you take a mark, you can keep going, or you can stop on the spot and take an unimpeded kick.
Glorious kick.
Once in scoring position, the idea is to kick the ball through the 2 large upright posts. That's a
Okay.
goal and worth 6 points.
Here's left foot. Well within his repertoire.
Nice
If you
shot.
hit the post
Can he send it into the post?
or send it between the big post and the outer lower post, it's worth 1 point and is called a behind. A final score line might look something like this.
Okay.
By the way, there's no offside rule. Don't get us wrong, there are positions. Defenders defend. Forwards go forward. And midfielders, play in midfield.
This is better from Hall.
That's definitely hard to grasp. I'm gonna have to take a minute on that one.
We know what a good kick he is, but he sets Hill up the line outside. He goes back into Hale, 70 metres out, too far to score. Gives off here to Suckling. Suckling with a low belter.
This actually
Players
looks
come in all
insanely
shapes
fun.
and sizes. The Fremantle Dockers have 5'8" Hayden Ballantyne, 6'3" Nate Fife, and 7-footer Aaron Sandilands. You can tackle hard, but not too high or low. It has to be between the shoulders and the knees.
Okay, that makes sense.
There are 4 quarters of 20 minutes, but like soccer, time is added on for stoppages of play. The extra time can be as much as 10 additional minutes.
Please tell me it's not like soccer where you never know how much extra time's added. That's one of the things that's always driven me nuts about soccer, or as the rest of the world calls it, football, is that you don't really know when a game's going to end. And to me, that it just seems arbitrary, and I don't really get that part of it, but I guess it works.
AFL teams play 22 regular season games. The top 8 teams make the playoffs, or as they're called in Australia, the finals. Eventually, 2 teams meet in the championship game or the grand final. It's Australia's Super Bowl and is played every year in the magnificent Melbourne Cricket Ground in front of 90,000 plus. It's a big deal.
Away we go. Opening bounce. Kennedy. Long.
Sorry, I'm having an issue with my eye. That actually helped. Okay.
Goal. First of the grand final.
Good looking kick. He's got it. Franklin. Oh, yes, he has.
Malcheski run down holding the footy.
Langford running hard. He'll fancy this. It's got enough. It's a goal.
Any questions? Check us out at afl.com.au and on Twitter at AFL.
Okay. I mean, it didn't really explain any of the rules. It just explained how to play the game. But I think that was a pretty good introduction to the game. So, Yeah, if you guys have any other AFL videos, oh yeah, this was another one. Let me I'll do that in my own time. But that was another one I wanted to look into. Was the difference between rugby union and rugby league. I don't know if I'll update or upload that or not, but I might. Um, but yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on anything else you want to see, let me know down below. If anybody has a really good like AFL rules explainer video, share that as well because it explained what the game was and explained, how to play it briefly, but it didn't like break it down or anything like that. So I would really like to learn this one, as well as any highlight videos or anything else. I'm gonna wrap up here. Hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.